Hello, everybody. Crypto Chaperone here, and today we have hit a major milestone with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as a whole. We have hit the $10,000 mark with Bitcoin, something major, something we've seen a lot of resistance trying to hit, and now we have just hit it. Now, it is worth noting that at the moment, the Consensus 2017 conference is taking place, so we may be seeing a little bit of money come in from other people, other investors at the moment from that. And it is also about 11:30 right now in South Korea. And if you check out Bitcoin, over the past 24 hours, our biggest markets were, surprisingly, the South Korea won coming in on BitThumb. This is just my idea. I think potentially not much trading goes on at night. So if there is the most money coming in the Korean won and it's nighttime, they're probably not trading. There could have possibly been resistance being put up from South Korean traders. I've seen a lot of other people saying that that could be the possibility. And if you look on these South Korean exchanges, a lot of them have the highest Bitcoin prices, potentially maybe because the resistance has gone to sleep at the moment. And when the resistance is down or gone to sleep, the walls are gone and there's nobody to maintain them. And that's why we're seeing this major rocket upward, because there was not much resistance behind the $10,000 wall. But now that we have hit the $10,000, I think it is something to worth noting that I would not personally invest any money into Bitcoin right at the moment until maybe about 24 hours, maybe even about 15 hours from now, because in about 8 hours, you're going to have the South Korean markets are going to wake up and they're going to start trading again. And that's going to really determine what happens with Bitcoin now. The price is either going to hover in the $10,000 range, and if it does, it would be stable enough if you want to put your money into Bitcoin and take it out. If you're trading into an altcoin or another cryptocurrency, you would have time to wait for any confirmations or anything that went through. But if you're waiting till later in the day, potentially you might see a decent drop in Bitcoin, or vice versa. There might be a big rise in Bitcoin depending on how the South Korean markets are going to take this. They might let the price keep going up, or they might try to push the price down as much as they can, and we might see a huge correction in the market. That's something I think that could potentially happen. Personally, I think that will happen before we see a $12,000 or $13,000 Bitcoin. I think we're going to see probably a $7,000 or $6,500 Bitcoin again, but I could be wrong. As soon as this gets released on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, which they are estimating in the next 2 weeks or so, uh, the last news I heard was actually like December 11th they're hoping to, but there's been no official words really, or any official like documents like pushing towards it or anything like that. Just kind of like the words that are coming from the websites. So I guess it's going to be maybe a last minute thing. Maybe a week before we'll get some official news or see some legal documents presented for it. And possibly when that happens, we'll see a huge rise again in Bitcoin. But I don't know what's going to happen until then. I don't think many people do know what's going to happen until then. You could see the price go up to $11,000, $12,000. You could see it go down. So right now, this is probably the thinnest ice that you could be on with Bitcoin at the moment. I think whatever you do, if you are going to put any fiat money into Bitcoin, you need to trade it out into an altcoin or a more stable coin immediately, because you could see negative effects from any capital invested. You might also see good effects from it, but sometimes it's not worth it to risk it, especially if you're already seeing some positive signs in your portfolio at the moment. Don't keep gambling on it. Just take the highs while you have them. Potentially pull out some of your money in your coins, maybe not all of it, maybe 25, 30, 40%. Pull it out, move it into a more stable currency, or just a currency that's down at the moment, something you could pull profits off of. If your currency did happen to take a little bit of a turn downward, you could pull profits off another currency that goes upward. Or if you're somebody that's risky and you want to risk putting your money into US dollar tether while markets maybe stabilize, or a currency that you're watching stabilizes, I know pretty much every day you'll have a currency drop and correct for a day or two, and then it'll shoot back up to its price that it was at. So you can watch a lot of coins do that. I saw Lisk kind of drop back down after the news that they supposedly were going to release wasn't as major as everybody thought it was going to be. Apparently the rebrand news was released for this fall. They released it this week or last week, and it was just news that another announcement was going to be coming in spring. So that dropped the price decently, but now we can see the price is starting to recover. I think it went up about 10 or 15% from its lowest point that it dropped over the past couple days. As well as Walton coin has also gone up in price, and a lot of other coins have also gone up in price. So even if you're holding a coin that's down and you're looking at all these other coins that are going up in price, and you're kind of getting mad because you're not really taking chance and being part of the profit that is going on with those coins, you could be getting mad, and you could be trying to trade out while your coin's at maybe a 5 or 10% loss. And when you see these coins already go up, a lot of them have already gotten their run. When they go up 15-20%, that's the most they're going to go. They might go another 5%. But after you see the buy signs, well, whatever you see as a buy sign, once it goes up and it gets the newer traders kind of interested in it, when it goes up that 15-20% and they start to see all those high green numbers, that's when they start to buy into it. And that's kind of like a temporary all-time high. And that's when the people who have actually pumped the numbers up to that start to sell their coin, and they take their profits out of it. And you could potentially get stuck with that coin for a little longer than when you want to get stuck with it for. Even if you're down in the markets, just sell a little bit of your coins. If you are wanting to sell, potentially hold on to your coins, because all the coins are booming right now. Even Ethereum Classic is up to like $33 at the moment. If you would have just held on to that coin when it went down to $10 or whatever it was at a couple weeks ago, you would have made a killing by now. And I just think a lot of people were afraid to buy it because these are cryptocurrencies, and you're afraid to buy into something if you don't want to catch the falling knife, more or less. A lot of people aren't looking into a lot of news, or if they are looking into a lot of these cryptocurrencies, they're not finding much news about them. And they see the price plummeting and they see it going down. They're not really finding any news connected to it, but they're assuming there is some news somewhere. They're just not finding it, and they're not really willing to buy into the coin. But potentially the coin could be just dropping because you have so many people in the same mindset as you that see the price dropping, and they have the weak hands and they're selling out, and they're going to try to grab other coins that have already gone up in price and see their profit rise, and they're also going to lose out on that potential. And they're going to be just moving their money pretty much all over the place, and a lot of times they're going to be losing money each time they move their money. And if you're not a vigilant trader and you're not somebody that's watching these markets and aware of what's going on at all times, and you're making a lot of trades, you could be potentially losing a lot of money every time you make trades. I mean, other than that, guys, I didn't even really want to get into talking too much. I just wanted to announce that Bitcoin hit $10,000. It's pretty much what I just set this all up for, to make the video for. Let's go back to the homepage, and we've seen cryptocurrencies. They did hit 310 billion, and then we reloaded, and now we're down to $309 billion. Bitcoin, $10,000. Major day in Bitcoin history is when it hits $10,000, especially when we saw so much resistance against it. If you have not gotten into cryptocurrencies yet, this may potentially not be the best time to do it. Now, I haven't said it yet, but I'm going to say it now. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. This is just my own personal opinion on everything that I'm seeing on the markets and seeing throughout the cryptocurrency community. You always want to make your own trades and do your own research before you're making your own trades and do anything that you're going to be doing. That being said, I would not personally move any of my fiat into Bitcoin for the long haul at the moment. Well, not necessarily. The long haul, if you're going to hold on to them for like 6 months to a year, potentially, yeah. But if you're looking to get into a trade to maybe buy into an ICO in the upcoming weeks, or if you're waiting for a coin to dip, I don't know if I'd potentially hold my money in Bitcoin at the moment, because I think we may see a little bit of a correction. I'm probably wrong. I don't think anybody really knows what's going to happen at the moment. Personally, I'm going to give the markets about 12 hours to react, wait for the South Korean markets and the Japanese markets because they are some very, very big traders, and I want to see how they react to the markets being $10,000, since a lot of the miners that we have in Bitcoin are actually now moved over to Japan, and we could potentially see a lot of miners just sell off a lot of their Bitcoins that they've been holding on to, because this might be a milestone that they were waiting for to cash out on. So we kind of have to wait. You want to see what happens with the price. We might see it go down to a $9,000 correction within the next couple hours, just because people over there might have notifications set, or they might be waking up as early as they possibly can to check the markets. Who knows? It might go up to $12,000. But all I know is we hit that $10,000 milestone, and we are going to continue to grow. Even if we see markets correct and stabilize down at $7,000, $8,000, we're still going to grow. We're going to continue to grow, and Bitcoin has a lot of room to grow. If you haven't started learning about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies yet, I suggest that you subscribe to my channel and keep up with everything that I do. If you haven't checked out my Ledger Nano S giveaway video yet, you should go check that out. All you have to do to qualify for that is just subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment under the video. Pretty much, I just said why cryptocurrencies are amazing and awesome. Leave a comment about that, but you could just leave whatever comment you want, more or less, and that will get you an opportunity to win a Ledger Nano S. And I'm also probably going to be getting another Ledger Nano S and giving it away as well. So I might give it away to just someone else who comments as well. I might give two away to people who comment. I might give it away to somebody in my Telegram channel, or somebody, I might tweet out something and have people like it to give one away. I'm not sure yet, but if you haven't followed all my social networks, my YouTube channel and all that, follow it, and follow as many people as you potentially can in this ever-growing space, because every little bit that you learn could help you come to a more safe and more solid conclusion about what you might be doing tomorrow with the cryptocurrencies or the money that you have today. Have a great day, guys, and enjoy this $10,000 milestone we've just hit. Have a nice day, guys.